What's happening, guys? Mr. Allen here. We're about to graph this hyperbola. All right, but hold the phone here. Hold the phone, man. This thing ain't equal to 1. I got to make it equal to 1. I got to divide by 144 on both sides. Although I can get my center from this, I cannot get my A and B values, which will allow me to get my vertices and co-vertices and foci. I got to have them, all right? I can't do anything else without them. So 9 into 144, that goes in 16 times. So it's going to be over 16. It'll be y minus 2 quantity squared minus, and then 16 goes into 144 9 times, so it'll reduce to 1/9, and I'll have x plus 1 quantity squared, all equals to 1. Now we are good to go. My center, as I said before, we could have gotten from the original, but then we'd hit a dead end. So we had to make it equal to 1. My x value comes from the one with the x, would be -1. And my y value, which comes from the one with the y, is going to be +2. Got to switch those signs. Be careful not to accidentally mix them up because the y and the x switch places based on which way this is opening. Which way is this one opening, by the way? It starts with y, so it's going to be opening up and down. Okay. Now we can plot our center there, which is going to be -1, 2. And then I can go ahead and get my vertices and co-vertices once I have my A and my B values. The A and B stay in the same spot with hyperbolas. So my A is associated with that 16. I got to square root it and get 4 for A. My B, square root of 9, is going to be 3. So I'm going to go up 4 and down 4 for my vertices. So my vertices are going to be -1, and then I'm going to be up at, it looks like 6. And then I'm going to also have -1 and be down at -2. My co-vertices, I'm going to go to the right 3, and I'm going to go to the left 1, 2, 3. So my co-vertices are going to be, let's see here, it looks like -4, 2, and we're going to have 2, 2. Beautiful. All right. Now I can go ahead and do that little box around it, and that'll help me get my asymptotes, which are ultimately going to help me shape this graph. So I'm going to plot in those 4 main points because now I can take my ruler. Ooh, that was pretty close. I can take my ruler here and I can go ahead and dash these bad boys in. So boom. Beautiful. Whoa, went off the ruler. And there we have it. Got our nice asymptotes. All right. So we said this was going to be opening up and down. And how do we know that again? It starts with y. So it tells us it's going to open up and down. So we can use these asymptotes to shape it a bit. Beautiful. Awesome sauce. Love it. All right, now I need my foci. Well, where are those foci going to be? I got to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So a squared was 16, b squared was 9, and then we got c squared. That's actually a 3, 4, 5 Pythagorean triple. So that means that c is going to equal the square root of 25, which is 5. So either you notice that with the 3 and the 4, that it's going to be 5, or you went through the Pythagorean theorem. Either way is cool, man. All right, so I've got 5 away from my center. So that puts me right there, and it puts me right here, 5 away from the center. So what are the coordinates of my foci? Well, I can either look at the center, which is -1, 2, and I can just add. So I'd have -1, and it's going up 5, so that'd be 7, and it's also going down 5, so 2 minus 5 is -3. Or you can go ahead and just count it out on the graph that you're already producing, all right? Either way you want to do it is cool. All right, equations of the asymptotes. Here we go. This is always, this is the biggie, man, all right? So my equations of the asymptotes, well, remember, it's going to be y minus k and x minus h, but then it's either a over b or b over a. Well, let's just think about it here. If we're looking from the center, I'm going up 4 and to the right 3. So it's just going to be 4 over 3 for my slope. So I've got y minus 2 equals, and we said it was going to be 4 over 3 plus or minus, because we have the 2 different asymptotes, x minus -1 is +1. All right, there's my equation of the asymptote. Once again, let's go through that, okay? So it's going to be, we're going to be using the center, okay, for our point slope form. So that's the point that the line's definitely going through, is that -1, +2. So we plug that in. And the way I got my slope, it is, in this case, a over b when it's opening up or down. But if that's hard to remember, we just know that we're going from the center, we're going up 4 and to the right 3. Rise over run is my slope. I think that's a little bit easier to remember. Other than that, we've got everything that we wanted here with this hyperbola. We're ready to rock and roll. You guys have a great day.